We're in Sheffield's village of Ashley Falls, so named after the man who built this, the Berkshires' oldest building. Constructed in 1735 when John Ashley married, this small home symbolizes the earliest English settlement of the upper Housatonic Valley, inhabited and claimed at the time by Mohicans. Born at Westfield in 1709, Ashley inherited most of this area from his father. By the Revolution, he was the county's most prominent man and Sheffield's largest landowner. An energetic entrepreneur, Ashley served as a county judge and sheriff, and he represented the town in the provincial legislature at Boston. Ashley's wealth and status and his ties to royal authority made him hesitant to protest Parliament's so-called taxation without representation. Notorious as a rescinder, he joined 16 other legislators who in 1768 voted to recall a resolution sent to London condemning the hated townshend duties. Parliament had imposed those new taxes on colonist imports after it revoked the Stamp Act to try to tamp down Americans' escalating protests and boycotts. By early 1773, almost 3 years after Boston's massacre, Parliament retracted all new colonial taxes except one, the tax on tea. The cost was minuscule, the principle at stake was priceless. In November 1772, Boston's Committee of Correspondence asked Massachusetts towns to renew a boycott against what they thought was another violation of colonists' right to decide their own taxes. Sheffield called a meeting for January 1773 to consider resolutions on the matter. John Ashley served on the committee that drafted Sheffield's famous resolves. In fact, they may have been written in the second-floor study of this home. Yet Theodore Sedgwick, a younger Sheffield man, probably wrote them. Born in 1746 and, like Ashley, a Yale-educated lawyer, Sedgwick presented Sheffield's freeholders, their male property-holding voters, with his resolutions at the town meeting house in Sheffield on January 12, 1773. Pledging, quote, faithful deference and loyal attachment to King George, our precious sovereign, the resolves nimbly avoided accusations of treason. Yet they invoked liberal English ideals that, quote, mankind in a state of nature are equal, free, and independent of each other, and, quote, have a right to the undisturbed enjoyment of their lives, their liberty, and property. Grievances included, quote, taxes which deprive us of invaluable rights without consent, and which imply, quote, an insulting difference between British and American subjects, betraying, and this is Sedgwick's language, a disposition to rule us with the iron rod of power. Sheffield voters approved these resolutions unanimously. Published by a Worcester newspaper and circulating widely in the colony's vibrant newspapers, they marked the Berkshires' first public support for troublemaking protests that would culminate in a revolution.